In my world, I stream constantly. Just doing a little another test, because this world is made for only the strongest and the silliest of soldiers that continue drawing despite the fact they are tired. I think God punishes his most silliest soldiers. Give me a moment.
God punishes his most silliest soldiers with endless piles of work.
I know probably no one's gonna watch. But I must. God makes his most silliest soldiers suffer.
Yippee!
What was I doing again? Oh yeah. Here we go. Where's somebody join the chat? Hello! I was just sending around the link to the streams. Hello there. I think somebody joined, at least. Okay. Time to do my fancy little trick that I can do. Materializes. Hello. 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 Sometimes yeah, I know. I love my song that I made specifically for streaming. I'm a phantom puppy! Or a phantom mutt. Or, you know, whatever our fun little... Yeah, the chat has a really bad delay. My latency is a little bit off. Anyways, yippee! Welcome! Normally I would be playing music, but I have to figure out... Cause like I'm starting to try to figure out the ins and outs of like OBS. And sometimes OBS is like fancy, you know? But you know what's cool about it? I can play music while listening to other music that way you won't have to hear it. You can hear my non-copyrighted music, and then I can listen to you know, like, I don't know, the Rapunzel soundtrack. Because I can turn off my desktop audio. I just need to figure out like a fitting song to play, because like, there we go. Ah, it's loud. Ah! Okay, one moment.
Now I go to pick the,
where is my media player? Here it is. Yes! Yeah, I can do that. And I wonder if I turn this down. No! Oh, I'm gonna have to listen to it. God damn it. I like my own music, but I don't have any interest to listen to the opening theme song for like an hour. But I guess it can't be helped. Sigh. Alright. The Rapunzel soundtrack, aka the only thing I associate with, Camellia. Also Into the Woods, and like, other things. Oh god, okay. Lady, I'm going to draw you now! Okay, is everyone, fuck, what am I trying to say? Is the audio good? Is it, because it's glitching out on my end? I don't know if it's because I have like so many things open, but 10 billion, 10 bill. All right. Yeah, 30 seconds of delay. That's a lot of seconds. That's like 30 of them. All right. Expand. All right. See, I think the worst thing about my art style is the amount of inconsistency I find when I'm drawing my characters, which is, it really sucks. It sucks a lot. So I often have to pull up like references, which luckily I have a reference program, but unluckily you won't see her. Where are you, pure ref? Get over here. You rascal, you scoundrel. I'll kill you. Okay, here we go. Okay, her face is a little bit rounder than in how I've drawn it here. She's got a little bit of a fuller face. But of course I did that. God sometimes sends his silliest soldiers to die. So, lately what I've been doing is like the most silly thing. Which is, I've just been sketching with the binary tool. I don't know why, it just feels more satisfying. Mainly because I can probably tell what's going on a little bit better. But also, yes, I am playing with controls. I am quite out of touch. I'm out of touch with freaking technology. See, something I always remember about her is that she was always supposed to have like almond-shaped eyes. She's like had that since her like conception. Or, you know, since she has been conceived inside of my creator brain. Why do I talk like that? She, like everybody else in the Divine Rights cast, has thick eyebrows. Oh shit. Flip it turnaways. Okay, so something I am noticing right here is that her eyes have a little thing on the top, and then... Huh? Like that. Yeah! Aww. I love her eyes. They make me feel like I'm being cared for. Alphonse has the fucking thickest eyebrows known to man. That man has like 2 woolly caterpillars on his face. Like, I don't want to get sidetracked, but like, it's like a cheese block. Like, this man has his round ass eyes, and then his eyebrows are like this, and his eyes are like this. They are literally the size of his eyes. I am losing it. Because, like, seriously. Look at this. I'm sorry for getting sidetracked. I just love his design so much. He looks so nerdy. He looks so nerdy, but he also looks like he's gonna kill you. That's just like... If you took his glasses off, I feel like his eyes would just, like, expand. They would just turn into, like, anime, like, ugu eyes. Like, okay. Thick eyebrows are underrated. I think you can get, as a character designer, you can get more expression out of a thick eyebrow than a thin eyebrow. I feel like every single time I make a character who has thin eyebrows, somehow something happens to them, and then they get that eyebrow line. It just keeps happening. Because even Tobias kind of has thick eyebrows now. Phantom! Sorry for making a bird noise. It's like my curse. It's like my second curse is like making a moderately skinny man, and then slowly over the years, he just gets moderately not skinny. I don't think her face looks neutral enough. Also, hello! I think it's because she's looking up. See, I hate expressions. Everybody says I'm good at them. They're lying. They're lying through their teeth. Exactly! Exactly! I had to do that with Tobbs. Because he's not supposed to have thick eyebrows. And I've yassified him. I've yassified that man. I've Jesused him up. She does look up. She does look up. Although, she's a little bit more pragmatic than she used to be. She used to be, like, super duper... I wouldn't say gullible, but she definitely had the best, like... you know, she had the best idea of everybody she met. She wouldn't... But right now, she's more like, I'm gonna take that with a grain of salt and, like, extra grains of salt. If you seem like you're slightly suspicious, I'm gonna look at you and I'm going to stare at you and be like, why the fuck are you lying to me? a moderate pinch of salt, and she just like, you know that one gif of like the woman and saying a shot of vodka, and then she just dumps it in there? That is her, but with salt. Okay, no, compared to her, I think Michaela is probably the saltier one between the two of them. I feel like Camellia doesn't often get upset, but what she does, it's like she's upset for a good reason, and she'll be reasonable about it until you really piss her off. And then Michaela will be passive-aggressive. Michaela will be so passive-aggressive at you. She'll be like... I feel like it's like kind of showcased in her first ever scene. She shows up and she's where she's with, like, you know, Meph is being a creep to her. And she, like, says... God, what does she say? He says something moderately mean towards Lucian, and then Michaela says, if you don't stop it with the nonsense, I'm going to escort you off the property personally. And just like, I love her. Girl, go off. This art style is so different than my own. I don't know what's off about it. I think it's just because it's like more rotund. I think the proportions are a little bit different than usual. Yeah. Okay. It's also just like... It's like... It's probably just because it's like small. And this is a Talk Sprite. Yeah. Do you ever just realize that a song has been playing like for fucking 15 minutes? Give me a moment. I have to... Okay, so the reason why I don't have my normal soundtrack is because I moved computers again. My old computer, I think I mentioned it briefly, fucking broke. And essentially, all my shit had to, like, be moved from my old computer to this new one. And I still haven't completely done, like, all the moves yet. It's part of the reason why I'm, like, investing in, like, actual streaming stuff, because, like, this computer is a big chongus. It's kind of a big deal, if you know what I'm saying. So it can handle a lot more, and I can actually stream with actual things now. And, like, it's useful because, like, I've always really enjoyed streaming. I've always really enjoyed the, like, prospect of streaming, because I like just sitting here and talking. And honestly, that's a little bit embarrassing, because that, you know, presumes I talk a lot, which is true. But, you know, anyways, pick your poison. I have all my songs. Do you guys want to listen to, why is there a song called Manifesting Live Snakes in Your House? Is this... Oh, this Princess and Devil. Well, I guess that's Is this the old version or is this the new version? Oh, this is a new version. Okay. I was like, this sounds exactly like the old version. And then I heard the difference between the drums and I was like, huh. And the new flutes. I mean, honestly, it's hard when you talk a lot and you're like around a bunch of other. So like, I've explained it to people that my problem is that the reason I talk so much is because of my nervous energy. So they kind of misunderstand when I'm talking too much. And when they also talk a lot, instead of like talking a lot in response, my response is to shut up. So, like, I definitely get other people who also talk, quote unquote, too much. Especially if we're got the nervous. Man, this song doesn't fit her anymore. Like, especially... Get out of my head! I hate Mephistopheles. I hear him Fortnite dancing in my dreams. What the fuck was I rambling about? Oh yeah. So... yeah, the reason why I enjoy streaming so much is that there's no reason to be nervous. There's no reason to be nervous. We're all in this place, and you know, if people didn't want to listen, they wouldn't be here. So... I feel... I remember someone saying something along the lines of... I don't know, her... Yeah, honestly, same. I would be, like, deadass in conversations. And, like, I would find, like, it really hard to communicate because, like, the topics would change way so much. And I wouldn't really be able to keep up. So, like, when people change the topic from something... No. When they would change the topic from something I would enjoy, immediately, it would just, you know, leave me kind of like, what the fuck is going on? I'm normal. Sorry, this is my favorite. I know everybody talks about how the Delusion Chapel, like, riff is so good, but Fragile is so easy to remember. Man, this song is underrated. Yeah, all the different versions of Fragile's, like, leitmotif, like, songs, I don't know, like, they all kind of have different vibes. Like, Fragile Reprise is definitely a little bit more, I am so desperate, I am so sad, I am so desperate, I am so sad, I'm going to commit atrocities, I am so sad, I'm so desperate. And this one is just like, I am a controlling and manipulative ex. Oh my my god! Yeah, same. That's legitimately happened to me with my old, like, group of friends. To be honest, if anybody, like, bashes your silly spirit, right, like that, you have every right to be upset. I'd lobby waiting room. I mean, like, Lilith was deadass waiting in that relationship for him to, like, actually respect her. So, you know, also, well, he kind of was bad. Asmodeus is such a weird character, I'll be honest. Okay, I just had to fix... I love the... I don't know what to call it. I just call it the fart base. I know it's like a dirty whoop. I think it's called a whoop. No, it's a Reese. I wish I still had his like old song theme. It was called Tulip Waltz, and it was really good, but I don't know where it is. I have Devil of Euphoria, though. But I don't know if I can really count Osmo as being the same as Alphonse Osmo. Was his name Alphonse, or was it Alphaeus? Because I think I changed it when he ended up like changing a lot. Yeah, my friend Will has the same the same issue with frequencies. And I was like struggling for a while due to it. If you want me to only listen to the newer songs, I can. Yeah, it went to like Asmodeus, Alphonse, to Alphaeus. Alphaeus was picked because of his associations with water. Alphonse was just because I thought it was funny. I just thought I just thought it would be funky French. There's the hours, the minutes you've left me behind. Man, every single time I listen to this song, I forget the lyrics. I forget the fucking lyrics. Which specifically is it? Is it Rio? Is it like Rio for City of Porcelain? Because that's the one that everybody struggles with. I forgot how soft Kevin used to be. Wait, hold on. I think I figure out one part of him. It's really silly. Shrink. Yeah, that's the problem. Okay. Her body was out of proportion with her face. I think I only like the newer version better because it's sillier. It's funny. It's a little bit funnier. Yeah, like this is the older version of Kevin. This is an older update. And then Kevin and Coveted Chord Reprise is like screaming with all of his whiny heart. Prayers won't be granted, it's spite, I guess. You sure are. You sure are a God-forsaken man. God sure did forsake you. I took you and smacked you against the wall a few times, then drowned you and brought you back. Spend with her, it's so much more than so fake and absurd. Give me one more glass of wine. God, this part is so good. La 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 love. Man, you know, as much as I like the newer version of Al, there was something always a little bit striking about him being the way he was before. But then again, like, everybody pointed out to me that I was just, you know, I say everybody as if it weren't my ex. People pointed out to me that Love and War was just a retelling of Cat D in a better format. So, you know, it was just me revising the story a little bit. Although it was like my attempt at making a parallel at the first time. I'm a lot better at doing parallels now, though. So it wasn't really a retelling as much as it was me trying to juxtapose forward progress with unwillingness to change. But then he fucking got murdered. Yeah, a little bit. Sorry, I have to dance for a moment. Yeah, it's a juxtaposition of, like... Okay, so, in the story, Mephistopheles, the guy, we'll just call him Tobias, was, he had done bad things. He had done bad things. I think that I'm just going to use the City of Porcelain version. He had done very bad things, and he wanted to get over it and wanted to get through it. But then, Osmodeus, or Alphonse in that case, essentially, was doing something very similar, and Tobias, had the choice to, essentially help and be a better person, or ignore and continue to feign and deny that he ever had a problem, you know? Because, like, there's one thing about, like, trying to improve. But if you try to improve by continuing to do the things that you were doing wrong, yeah. I think that is always important to note, that sometimes when you are doing a bad thing, it's not immediately obvious. And then you see somebody else do it, and you're like, they shouldn't be doing that. Oh, wait. I do that. I've literally met people who reached epiphany moments when they've seen my fucking life. And they're like, oh. But, like, there's always that point of, like, needing to make that first step forward. Yeah. Like, if you're going to see you're doing something wrong and you're not going to take the first step forward, and you're going to continue to be doing the bad behavior that you know is bad behavior, then, you know, that kind of sucks. I feel like meth in the beginning has always... My brother just messaged me. Talking about Baldur's Galders. I can't believe he fucking did that. No! You are going to be screwed, man. You are going to be screwed. I can't say what he did. It's spoilers. Ugh. But, yeah. I love making men who need therapy. You're the whole circus. Oh, it doesn't have the fucking vocals. Baby, so there I feel it's unfair where I can't do this on key. How do you Victorian? How do you Victorian clothes? I need to ask the Victorians. I need to go back in time. We need to go back in time to the Victorian era to take corsets off the menu. Boo-doo-boom, boo-doo-doo, boo-boo-boo-boo-boom. I love her little doohickeys. These little things make me so happy. Girl, you're living your best life wearing those scrunchies. They're not even scrunchies. They're just little doilies. Little doily bracelets. I'm starting to feel thirsty, and I know I should probably get, like, water, but, wait, did I put, like, an AFK be right back screen on? Hold on. No, I don't think I did! Ugh. Okay. Give me a moment. I just realized I never made a be right back screen. Your girl doesn't know how to VTuber. Your girl doesn't know how to do VTuber. You know, you ever just notice that? I'm just gonna have to, like, briefly put, like, a be right back on my, like, thing. But, like, I'm just probably getting, like, water for, like, a bit. Let me just finish this hand. This hand will bother me if I get back and it's not finished. Beer boo! I will be right back. Do not. My cat is the menace. My cat is the menace. Fuck. Song is playing now. I think I hear Eleanor. Oh! It's this song. I don't remember what it's called. I think it's called Finale, but I don't remember. Oh no! Oh, it's called Manifesting Live Snakes in Your House! What the Also, hello, I'm back. No, girl. But na. I forgot that she just straight up kills him. Just full on fucking Brutuses him. Full on Ides of March. Is it the Ides of March? Hold on. When is the Ides of March? When is the Ides of March? The Ides of March is in 3 days. 2 days after the Homestuck Day. Oh yeah, this is like the first song I ever used like tempo stuff in. And then that led to like City of Porcelain being so silly. I wouldn't really say that City of Porcelain was like a bad. It was just more like it was a weird era for me because my speakers broke. So like my ability to mix Maki! What? Oh, I forgot that Al was Maki for a bit. Oh, this part fucks me up. Sorry for live fucking reacting, I just don't remember. And then Oh yeah, I remember like straight up the end of this. It was supposed to like show her married life. Alright, now how am I going to do these? Am I just gonna... Exalted. Oh, this is the second version. Alright. That looks better. That looks more like her. Although, I'm forgetting her canvas bag. Sometimes I remember Cat Day and I'm like, it feels like a fever dream. Who just messaged me? Um, sorry, I received a message.
So how is everyone doing? How is the chat doing today?
Exaltation. Alrighty. Where'd you go? I am doing good. Hello, Akabotan! Wait, why do I suddenly have eyes? I'm not supposed to have eyes! They're supposed to be buttons! They're supposed to be buttons! There we go. Hello, Akabotan. I am drawing Camellia. Just drawing a quick thing of her standing in a stance, a neutral stance. Becoming all you need. I'll become all you need. What? No. Oh goodness. I am assuming that you don't know me. Camellia from the story I am writing. She is an OC. One moment, I can drag up a picture of her. Give me a moment. Give me a moment. That is Gemini, not Camellia. Here she is. Oh, I forgot how her pants looked. That's not good. I can probably just edit that. Although I kind of like this one. Yeah. It's a story I've been writing for like 3 years. I'm only just now being able to like work on it, though my life kind of imploded. So I'm trying to figure out another way I can like tell the story without having to sacrifice my health. It's going well. Yeah, green is very important in this story. Green represents, well, green hair represents that someone is, like, related to, one of the characters in the series. Like, they are a direct descendant of the character, who is very important to, the plot. So she and her half-brother and a few other characters that show up later have green hair. Can grab her half-brother too. You know what? Why not? And I can also grab her dad. This is her half-brother. Say hello to Lucian. He is a whiny. No, I'm not gonna call him a whiny piss baby. It's easy to make fun of him. He is very sad. He's a very sad man, and this is their father, who won't. Here he is. Okay, here he is. This guy, this dude, he kind of sucks. He kind of sucks a lot. I'm not going to hide how much I don't like him. Anyways, yeah, that is the family. No. But if you'd like, I can open the first chapter audiobook. Which is literally just me reading and playing all the characters if you want to listen to it. He does not deserve what he goes through. I've kind of posted like things that hint to the story. If you look at my channel, there is a video called Garden of Delights. It very vaguely goes over the backstory of one of the characters and sets up the, you know, conflict of the story. No! Not you, Miku! Get out of here! Get your Hergus. Oh, it's TV. Wait, this isn't TV. This is channels. I was lied to. It's all just leaving me jaded. Years I wasted. Although, if I played the audiobook, I might have to end up, like, muting myself, because it's quite quiet. And it might also send you to sleep. I do have that ASMR-ass voice. Story goes rewritten, dolled up, recomposed. The trouble I got myself in, and da-da-da-da-da. Me confused. You know what? No one's here to judge me. Weird usernames. Hello, weird usernames. the Garden of Delights is the one marked as being sung by Spores is me. The one marked as being sung by Rio is Vocal Sense. That's alright. Hello! I don't believe I've ever seen you before, weird usernames. Is there any other name you would like to call me to call excuse me, speech impediment, me to call you other than weird usernames? Do 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 do. I'll just call you usernames. No, I'll call you user. No, name. UN. God, I wish I could sing like Rio. My singing is a little bit more in line with what it should sound like when sung. Why is there no one here? I don't know. Hello, Chili Devil. A lot of people I haven't seen before. Because I don't often stream. No one knows that I stream. And I only have like 2,400 followers. So not a lot of them watch me because I haven't posted like videos in a long time. Thank you! Thank you! I downloaded it online. The creator of the model is in the description. Let me just... it's by Fafrotsky, and the stream overlay is SugarStreamfly, and I really like them. You know, normally, yeah, I'm kind of underground. You could say I'm 6 feet under. I just kind of sit here and talk to myself for a bit. And then I'm like, okay, I'm tired. I'm going to bed. I'm almost embarrassed because I'm playing all my music in the background, and I'm sure most everybody does not know that I do that. So, just time to play instrumental. Yeah, you could say it's a real woof. It's a real woofer. Thank you for throwing me a bone. For anybody that doesn't know me, because I think people are just kind of walking in because they see I have a VTuber setup, I am a Vocaloid producer. I do Vocaloid songs. I also sing myself. I also do art. I do a ton of things. You could say that I am the doer. The thing I'm working on right now is for my story, which I am currently working on also. I got my hands in like a ton of pies. No, not my hands, my fingers. Imagine. Yeah, there have been a few. The most of my newer songs are on SoundCloud or Bandcamp, because I don't have the patience to make videos. So like I kind of don't make many music videos. Why is it tilting? So I kind of go there first when I want to why? There we go. When I want to release a song, and then I just kind of forget. The most recent song released on there is called God's Bane, and it is about my boy Luca. Lucian, not Luca. Oh god, it's hot. Give me a moment, I have to turn down the heat. Your girl has great abs. Don't look that up. I just get really overheated very quickly, and it is difficult. We love autoimmune shit. So, when was the last time... when was the last time you, looked at my stuff? Like, what do you remember? Because a lot has changed. And, like, I don't want to be, like, all of a sudden, like, oh yeah, dropping lore, and then you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Okay, sorry. Man, I remember trying to redo this song, and it was just like... Cast upon your journey. Oh shoot, you're an old fan. That's not a negative statement. It's just more like, wow, I'm happy you stuck around that much. Yeah, a lot has changed. Man, I don't even know what to say, because like so much has changed that I'm like almost worried I'm gonna vibe check you. I'm kind of looking, and I'm like, huh. TLDR, I have been trying to write this story for, like, years. I've been trying to write the story for like years, and yeah. Essentially what happened was I lost my story due to events, and I had to rewrite the whole entire thing, so everything had to be different, unfortunately. That's just the TLDR. There's more to it, but like, no point in getting into it. I've already explained it like several times, and not to you, but like to a lot of people, and I'm just worried that it's gonna like sound like a sob story. But But essentially, the whole entire news story is different, mainly because legal reasons. So if you see people talking about Mephisto and why, like, you're like, who the fuck is this guy? He's still meth. Technically. He's meth in name and personality, but he's not meth. Yeah, legal reasons. My editor that volunteered, blackmailed me. It was a whole thing. And basically threatened legal action if I worked on the story without him. So I just decided, you know, fuck it. I'll just rewrite the whole entire thing. You can't tell me what to do. Because, well, one, it was my story. Two, I knew that there was no way I could prove it was my story in court. There was no copyright on it. And the thing is, yeah. Oh, shit. I'm sorry, Chili. I love the latency on this because, like, you can already hear, like, what I'm saying. But yeah, that was the thing. Now, in my opinion, the story is a lot better. There are a lot of themes that I can actually tackle. Eleanor! Lilith. Yeah, oh well. Take some good and bad. Oh, speaking of City of Porcelain. Some good and bad. Mostly good because I think the newer story is a lot better. But that's just my opinion. A story is going to speak differently to everyone, I feel. People might relate to Cat D more than they relate to Divine Rights, and honestly, go off. Go off. Go off positive. I think there's a certain message in Cat D that I couldn't really approach in the newer story because it's very I was talking about it briefly in the earlier part of the stream, but there are comic panels online of an unfinished webcomic because unfortunately as soon as I started it my health went haywire and my life kind of imploded. So Divine Rights webcomic Comic Fury. I don't know if I'm allowed to, you know, post things. And here we go. Latest comic. First comic. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to do it. There we go. The entire script is nearly fully finished. I kind of like miss working on it, but like I'm in too much pain. So instead of working on it in the webcomic, I'm just gonna decide to do something else first. Because not only is my health not good right now, but I realized that, okay, this is a four book series, right? I'm sorry, I had to turn off the music so I could think clearly. This is a 4-book series. And that this first chapter, while it was being thumbnailed, ended up becoming like 50 pages long, and we're only halfway through. So if at average every chapter is 50, like over 140 pages long, or like, you know, 120, that is 26 chapters of 120 like fucking pages. So times like 120, 26. I am not doing this correctly. 120. I need to pull out a calculator. Give me one moment. I gotta do math. You know what? Long story short, it's a lot of fucking pages. That's like nearly over 2,000 pages. That's over 2,000 pages in each book. That's a lot of work. That's probably gonna take like over a decade. So I was like, you know what? I should probably instead do like an audio drama or like a podcast, because at that very least I could still use that script I made, and the amount of editing on it would be easy, because I could be able to tell if I'm making any mistakes while I'm reading it out loud. But I don't know, I feel lazy. Yeah, that is a lifetime of work. Luckily for me, I write relatively quick, and I can be pretty coherent most of the time, unless if I'm tired. So something that was previously would have been like a lot of work for other people, I already have like the first 2 episodes recorded. The problem is that it's all with my voice. So I'm just literally being every single character. So my original plan was to it wouldn't just be an audio drama, but kind of like, if you've seen visual novels and how they have the text boxes and, you know, stuff like that, I was going to release it as a video and format it as if it were a visual novel, but it's actually just, you just watch it. So like, kind of like how analog horrors are, I guess, in a way. It would combine the... God damn it. It would combine my skills of audio and my skills of video and visual. And I really wouldn't have to worry too much about, like, doing multiple poses, not, like, doing multiple backgrounds, multiple illustrations, because I could just reuse assets while still being able to tell the story in a way that people can consume. Speaking of, I need to put her lips on a different... No, it's 2 coffee cups. I can't listen to this song without crying. Oh, not mea culpa. Get out of here. No. Well, that's better. But, yeah. Doing the audio drama is actually pretty fun. I just, what I enjoy most about it is being able to play the various different characters and emote as them and figure out how they talk. Because I like D&D. This might seem unrelated, but role-playing with my voice and improv is one of my many formal skills. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't give my story the time of day unless the you know, it was presented in such a way that it was interesting. So I want to do something that people are going to be like, "Oh, that's really cool." Cuz the webcomic is supposed to be in a sepia format up until the point where they go to another world, or technically not another world, to which it would have been moved to color. I'm probably going to use a similar concept for this, but I figured having that level of, you know, oh, something's changed would make it a little bit more interesting to look at. Yeah, D&D. D&D is really fun for me. I used to play it a lot with my ex and my old friends. I don't play it much anymore, but it's still very fond to me. Yeah. I think part of the reason why I feel like people would like my story is the fact that the story spans over technically I need to do math again. It spans over like nearly 700 years in a world. So it shows the development of characters in the world over those centuries. And one of the characters literally can't die. So that's a big theme in the series. And it's just like, you know, the concept of not being able to die, whether or not you wanted to not be mortal, whether or not you wanted this fate, whether or not it's a good thing, whether or not you can live for yourself afterwards. And Tobias. I just find it to be like a very novel concept of having like a slow burn of a, you know, character development simply because the person's like immortal. Yeah. Very, very fun. Also, the concept of, you know, trauma. I've always been the type to want to get into it because it's a very important topic to portray in a respectful manner, I feel. It's one of those things where I feel like a lot of creators, well, mainstream creators, I'll say, don't quite, like mainstream creators, don't quite know what they're talking about. Or at least when they, sorry for the gulping ASMR, when they portray it, they do it in such a manner that it is actively triggering. And, like, that's the opposite of what I want to do. Yeah. Yeah, trauma! Yay! Trauma! Trauma of all kinds is kind of touched upon in the story. Like, for example, Camellia and her brother kind of touch upon, like, the different reactions to familial trauma. And, like, you know, how people move on from that, you know, whether or not, you know, you should... Yeah, love your stomach! Liar's Dogma. Real talk, when I first made this song, I wasn't like too enthused about it. Now I really like it. Yeah. Also, the concept of abuse cycles is also explored a lot. There are a lot of parallels between different characters in this story. Like, if you could point at two different characters, chances are there's, like, at least one parallel between them. Camellia has reacted to her trauma by trying to be the best big sister she can be. She's trying to be the best at everything, the most perfect, because that's how she's internalized that trauma. And she has to do it for everyone else. Because if she doesn't do it for everyone else, then everything could go wrong. Lucian wants to be perfect, yeah, but he internalizes his own negative traits to the point where he doesn't try to, like, move on from it. He's more passive. He kind of just internalizes and then basically externalizes a lot of his insecurities. Which is different from Camellia, who constantly acts like she is confident and that there's nothing wrong ever with her because she needs to be strong for everybody else. And, like, that's really important to the conflict because Lucian has kind of picked up on the fact that Camellia is quote-unquote perfect and, kind of resents her for it. When in actuality, he just wants to be noticed for who he is. And it's like, and she doesn't quite understand him because she is so caught up in her own thoughts that she doesn't really think to see it from his perspective. It's very much a consequence of their upbringing, whereas he was a lot more sheltered. And she was a lot more free because he was underneath their respective abusers' thumb. And his mother, his adopted mother, was the opposite, where she just basically had to shelter him so he wouldn't quote-unquote get hurt. So, yeah, it's very interesting. Fucking hate this guy. I fucking hate this dude. Get out of my sight. Both of them are haunted by perfection. And the worst Father of the Year award goes to... God, that's the one that I vibe check people with the most. You know? Whenever they're, like, old fans, I'm like, so don't take this the wrong way. But in order to make the themes coherent, we had to split Mephisto up into 3 different characters. Mephistopheles into, like, 3 different characters. And one of them is Camellia's father, and everybody's like, what the fuck? And I'm like, Because the one who ended up getting... Okay. This is really hard to explain. The iteration of of him that ended up getting that, like, one specific aspect that drove Meph's character originally was, was Tobias. Hold on. One moment. I need to grab him. Because we had to basically... Yeah, I know! I had to explain to people, like, please stop associating the old lore with the new lore, because I had to basically nuke the old lore. Because my editor would have gotten pissy with me. So, like, when I was, like, trying to, like, figure out how the fuck to make this work, I was like, how do I even approach this? So that's why I had to split him into, like, 3 different fucking people. This is the part of, the original, concept that, ended up retaining the attachment. 'Cause I couldn't do that. I was like, okay, how am I supposed to, like, tackle familial trauma while tackling unhealthy attachment, while tackling trauma? And I was like, fuck. Don't worry, nothing weird is in the story. I would actually fucking detest that. I have no idea. I feel like if I explain this, I'm gonna sound like a fucking madman. Essentially, what happened was, Almia, the original progenitor, had to be, like, nuked from the story. Yeah, he did! Get nuked from the story. So, she essentially had to still be relevant to things. And I was like, okay, if Meph is God now, if this version of Meph is God now, how the fuck am I supposed to make her relevant? And so my thought was, okay, I obviously can't make the original concept of Meph actually in the story, because it can't be the same story. So I decided, okay, so I'm going to make 3 different versions of him, each with the different, like, things that I wanted to tackle. Which is, 1, the need to be godly. 2, unhealthy attachment and, like, loneliness, which is Tobias. And 3, the willing ignorance of people in pain. And just, like, the need to control and be in power. Speaking of, so then, thus, Meth, Lucian, and Tobias got made. And I can actually grab my little image that I made of this. So, he went from this dude to this, to guy that nuked my career, to these 3. Meth is more of the concept representing, an unhealthy, like, you know, need to control and be in power and need to, like, have. Yeah, it's... The original concept of Meth had an issue. I feel like I was, like, tackling way too much with him, but making making him 3 different characters was able to smooth out what exactly I was getting at. Because I can't quite have somebody who is the prospect of humanity and, like, being caring and being, like, a concept of loneliness while simultaneously also wanting to be a god, wanting to be perfection, wanting to be everything. I didn't really think it really sat well with me. It felt like a caricature. And I feel like this is a little bit better because not only does Mephisto, the new version of him, represent a more cohesive version of what causes trauma, but the rest of the concepts, I feel, are a little bit more mature takes on the concept of trauma. Like, for example, take Lucian. Lucian is Camelia's half-brother, and also another child of Mephisto. He is basically internalized, as I mentioned, the fact that he is not perfect. The fact that he is nothing like his father, despite the fact he looks so similar to him. And not only that, but he is generally regarded as being a failure, generally regarded as not, like, being a bad apple. And that kind of manifested as, like, him looking to stories and looking to, like, things to essentially, like, make him feel better, and fairy tales, so he could feel like there was hope for him, that he could be able to be cured of his affliction, I guess to say. And this made him kind of, like, idealize this one figure that he was told about by his father, who I fucking hate. And this figure is Tobias, the redheaded dude that looks like Jesus. And Tobias is his own can of fucking worms, but essentially Lucian expects him to be one way completely, and meets him, and he is entirely different. And Lucian has a little freak out. But that was supposed to be, like, kind of representation of, like, the original idea of Phoebus and that unhealthy attachment. Tobias is the same, where he is so lonely that he ends up, like, glomming onto the first kind person that is nice to him. And the thing is, he doesn't quite freak out like fucking Lucian does. Yeah. Meph also has an unhealthy attachment, but he is entirely unapologetic about it. He fucked this dude's life up. He will do it again. He will just, you know, tear the world apart in order to, you know, have what he wants. That's kind of what his thing is. And he will fuck up every life he can in order to get it. So, yeah, and that's kind of like shown in Garden of Delights. He is certainly the guy of all time. Okay. Yeah. we 0 days without world destruction. He is the guy of all time. He sure is God. So, It's like one of those things, like the one thing I have to get through whenever I'm explaining this story to people, because I like always have to preface it with, "This is nothing like the original. Please don't think that I based anything off of the original, please." And they're like, "Okay." Like you can see little tidbits, but I swear to God, I am kind of sad that like I had to lose the entire story. Like, literally fucking everything had to be different. Because, like, according to the old editor, you know, at that point, you know, he had worked on so many things, it was hard to say what was even his and what was mine, which is bullshit, but... It kind of just got to the point where I had to, like, nuke it. Bye! Bye, Chili Devil! Have a nice day! Or night, technically. Bye, Chili Devil. Time is it? Oh, I've been streaming for like 1 hour and 38 minutes.
Yay! Bye, Chili!
Oh, I hate eyes.
Welcome to the nightmare of unending screams. We got live ones too. Da 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 goes the street. Terrors we conquer the dark. I'm sorry,
Yippee! I just went on autism rants. Show business, babe. Not everyone can handle show business, babe. I found this fear. I just basically ranted about the concept of like Tobias, Lucian, and Tobias, Lucian, and Meph, and how they're like they come from the same concept, but they're all different. Cause, you know, not a lot of people know the new lore, so I had to basically explain. Meph was turned into Meph because Meph needed to stay in the story, but you know, he also needed to change because the nuketing. You know, I'll save you from what you sow. Yeah, he's god-awful. I hate him. Oh. Huh. Am I seriously almost already done? Okay, I'm probably gonna end the stream as soon as I'm done with the base colors. Oh, wait, one moment. I almost forgot her little, I love to hate Mephisto. It's my favorite part of writing this series. Writing dialogue for him is like swallowing nails. Sorry if that was too much of a description. It is like drinking, it is like drinking battery acid. Like, you know, the gummy worms in the Mountain Dew? That looks like you put toxins in, like, candy. It looks like a cotton candy nightmare. Is this the reprise? Oh, this is the chill version of Cult Mentality. Simply being you's gotta be so terrifying, so... Somewhere a cure. Fairy eyes on a cult mentality. Give you what you need. I think this needs to be like pushed down a little bit. It's me, simple as can be. Oh my, oh my, oh my, why do you look at me like that? Green apple catastrophe! No, that's Lucian. Oops. Call me a sadist, 'cause I can't help but revel in Schadenfreude. You're so helpless to me, so I'll just sit and enjoy. Cult mentality, I'll give you what you need. Yeah, the reason why I call him that is that he... I don't know if you've heard God's Man yet. He represents himself as a green apple because he considers himself to be the odd one out of his family. Whereas Meth is a golden apple because, you know, he's a god. And mortality is represented by red apples, as shown in the Garden of Delights video. Sorry for going off. He views himself as a green apple because he considers himself to be a monster. That he will never be human simply because he feels like he kind of sucks. Thank you. I try to make my lore very scrumdiddly umptious. Oh, shit. I did it not.
When did I know
Yeah, okay. This story, I don't know if Phantom has let you read it yet. The story is heavy in heavy in symbolism. Sorry. My brain straight up fizzled out for a moment. Yeah. I think in that point when I made Finer Than Fred, Al straight up just fucking took over my body. I was not Miss Master P at that point. I was the mere puppet of his desires to sing to his audience. We love the singing Spider-Man. Okay, my eyes are starting to strain. I am going to go. Thank you everyone for watching. I really did appreciate it. It is 11:20. I'm probably not going to be able to go to sleep, but I did appreciate it so much. Thank you. Goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Boo, 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 boo. Boo, 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 boo. Ooh. Boo. I don't know. I'm getting really into this dog ghost persona.